With so many businesses to choose from in GTA 5 Online in 2025, I thought today I will rank my top 5 businesses for making money as a solo player. That is right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I did a video about 2 or 3 months ago ranking all the businesses in GTA 5 Online, but that was based off of everything. Like what comes with the business, how many different things can you do with the business? Is there like wall safes and passive income? Is there armories? Is there sleeping quarters? All of that stuff was all combined to rank them all. But we didn't talk about money. In this video, I'm going to be ranking my personal top 5 businesses for solo players to make money with in 2025. And something very surprising in recent times is one of the newest businesses is actually ranked in my top 3. I feel like we've got so many oldie but goodies, right? Businesses that have stood the test of time and always been the best ways to make money. But some of these new businesses are actually really good. So let's jump into it. So starting off in number 5, we have the Cluckin Farm Raid. This business was introduced into GTA 5 Online in March of last year. And one of the best features about this business is you can be a brand new player and you don't have to invest any of your own money into a business in order to be able to do it. All you have to do is meet Vincent at the police station and you can start this up. It doesn't take too long to complete and it's not very difficult. You can complete this thing in around 45 minutes. The first time you do it, you'll get $750,000. But every time after that, you're going to get $500,000. So for something that there's no initial investment, you don't have to pay for this business and you're making $500,000 an hour with it. And to be honest with you, I think it's actually quite fun. It's a quite fun little story. The missions are pretty simple. And to come out of it with 500K at the end of it, big fan. But the reason I do have this here in my number 5 slot or in my top 5 in general mainly is it's quick and easy to do. You get 500K and the cost of entry is 0. Anyone can jump into it no matter if you're level 1 or level 1000. And when there's so many different ways to make money in this game that can be repetitive and just take so long to do, something like this is refreshing and it's good to see a newer business being one of my favorites. In my number 4 slot, we have the agency. Now, this business does have an entry cost. In order to purchase an agency, you're looking to spend a minimum of $2 million to purchase it, all the way up to $2.8 million, depending on location. And you can spend upwards of $5 million if you want to fully upgrade this thing. The reason I have this in my number 4 slot is its pay. So the pay for the agency is going to be a whopping $1 million for the Dre contact missions. So the good thing about this business, once again, this is all about solo play and best ways to make money as a solo player. You can do all of the missions here solo, so it's solo friendly. Depending on how seasoned you are with the game, it can take you anywhere, I would say, from an hour to 2 hours if you're brand new. And it also has payphone hits that you can do in between missions for any of the other businesses we're about to talk about. So if there's any cooldowns, you can jump in, do some payphone hits, and make some more money. But at $1 million payout, this is a great business for a solo player. There is other businesses in the game that you guys know I love. As shout out to the hangar. You guys know I love the hangar. I do think it is one of the best like solo businesses, but the reason it's not even on my list this time, even though I talk about it all the time, is because it is a grind. I mean, you have to spend hours and hours and hours of just grinding out sourcing cargo in order to be able to get the big pays that you can get from the hangar. If that's something you like, that's great. I personally do like that too. But I would say if you're a solo player and you're watching this video, you're just probably somebody that's like, hey, I just want to make some money. What's the best, fastest ways to do it? The hangar is definitely not the fastest way to do it. But the Cluckin Farm Raid, 45 minutes. The Dre missions, anywhere from an hour to 2 hours if you're not as good. These are just businesses that you can jump into the game, spend like an hour or so playing, and make some really good money. Speaking of good money, let's move on to number 3. In my number 3 slot, we have the Acid Lab. Now, the Acid Lab is available once you complete the first dose missions, and it is going to cost you around $750,000 to turn it into an Acid Lab. Now, the reason this is a great business for solo players is because the cell missions for this business are actually really easy. I would say out of all of the cell missions in the game, I always say to do them in public lobbies, but there's a massive risk for that, right? High risk, high reward. But the Acid Lab specifically, you should always just do it in a public lobby. I've never been griefed selling Acid Lab. I feel like people don't like chasing motorcycles down. I feel like the cell missions are really quick and easy, so it is solo friendly in a public lobby. But the Acid Lab works in the background. This is the only passive business I have on this list. But honestly, as a solo player, jumping in, trying to make money, just having this thing run in the background and then just selling it every hour, or maybe just making sure it's filled up when you start playing, and then at the end of the day, before you log out, just sell it really quick in a public lobby, and then just rinse and repeat every single day. Super simple business. It pays well, and it is definitely solo friendly. Moving on to our number 2 slot, ladies and gentlemen. You'll all know what this is. It is brand new. It is the McKenzie field hangar. This business has been in the game less than a week, but has quickly become one of my favorite businesses in the game, especially as a solo player, and you can make really good money from it. So this business costs around $1.5 million, and I've heard some people talking online saying, oh, well, the Cluckin farm rate's better. You don't have to pay for the business, but you can still do it, same amount of time. That's not true, right? So this one does cost 1.5 million, but the benefits of it, you can spawn up there, being able to fast travel around the map, having a location right up there that you can just set as your spawn location is huge. But this business will pay for itself just after 2 times. Just do it twice and it's paid for itself. You should always do this in hard mode, and the payout for hard mode is $750,000. And most of the time you get even more from that for the bonuses anyway. And completing the Oscar Guzman Flies Again missions is only going to take you 45 minutes. I would say anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour. Like once you've done this like 3 or 4 or 5 times, you start to see like ways you can kind of cut corners and do it even faster. So being able to do this in 45 minutes and get $750,000 as a solo player, that is incredible. If you don't own this business, I highly recommend it. I actually genuinely enjoy the entire thing. I love the setup missions. I love the finale. You can also request work and do some arms trafficking missions. Those only pay like 30 to 40, I think. One of them may be 50,000, but they literally take 5 minutes, and there is a 5-minute cooldown for those. But as a solo player, I highly recommend it. I'm sure you guys already know this, and I'm sure you've played it and you're enjoying it too. But if you don't enjoy it, let me know why in the comment section down below. And my number 1 business for solo players in 2025 is obviously the Cayo Perico heist. This business has been, I would say, the most popular business for solo players and people in groups since it was launched back in 2020. The setup missions are all super simple and fast to do, and the heist itself, in my opinion, is arguably one of the most fun things to do in the game, and it also doesn't take very long. Obviously, depending on what loot you can get, you're looking to make anywhere from $1 million to like 1.5 million every time you do it, and this thing takes like 40 minutes from start to finish. Like from when you start the scope out until you complete the finale, you're looking at like 40 to 45 minutes. If you're used to it and you've been doing it for a while, yeah, you can get this done in like 40-45 minutes easily. So if you're a solo player in 2025, there's tons of options for you. These are just, like I say, my personal favorite. Like if I wanted to just be like, hey, I need like 20 million. I need to grind some stuff out. This 5 is what I would do. I would have the acid lab running in the background, and I would make sure it's stocked up with product when I first jump in, and I'd sell it at the end of every day, because that's just running passively in the background while I'm doing the McKenzie airfield, while I'm doing the Cayo Perico heist. So I'd stock that up at the beginning, then I would do a Cayo Perico heist, and then while that cooldown's happening, I would jump in and do the McKenzie field hangar 100%, the Cluckin farm raid, and the agency. Now the thing is with the agency, it can get repetitive. Some people may love it, some people may hate it. For me, people could say the Cayo Perico gets repetitive. I could do it over and over and over and over again, and I'll enjoy it every single time. And it would seem the new Oscar Guzman Flies Again missions are the same for me. I've done it so many times now, and I genuinely just enjoy it. It doesn't take long. The missions are fun. It's not very difficult, even on hard mode, and I feel like the replayability is there. The Cluckin farm raid can drag a little bit for me personally, but that's why it's in my number 5 slot, and the cost of entry is 0 for that. But out of all 5 of these businesses, the agency is probably the one that I do least, just because I do feel like it just drags out to do it. Even though you get that million payday, I would much rather do any of the other 4. But as a whole package with that and the payphone hits and stuff like that, it is still solid business. If you need any help or you need guides for any of these businesses I mentioned here today, check them out. They'll be linked in the description, guides to every single one of them. But let me know what your top 5 businesses are. If you're a solo player in this game, what do you do to make money? Let us know in the comment section down below. So if there's anyone else here that's maybe new to the game and they're trying to figure out how to make money, or maybe they've been around for a while and they've taken a break, let us know what you would do in the comment section down below. If I said to you, you've got to make 20 million by the end of this week, what would your rotation be? I'd love to know in the comment section down below. Anyway, I hope you guys had a fantastic Monday. Just wanted to make this video just as a 2025 update. I don't think I'm going to be doing very many more of these with 6 right around the corner. So I just wanted to update everything that I have. And this new business for me is definitely up there in my number 2 slot. I absolutely love it. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow as always with a brand new video. Goodbye.